So with that, welcome on stage. Thank you all. It's great to have you here.
Hi. Happy to be here.
Okay, we have a lot to cover. Sam, I'll start with you. You're actually otherwise known as Builder Boy on Roblox, and you're sort of, as I said, my go-to Roblox whisperer. Tell us about a few of the projects you've done, because, I mean, you started out as a creator, and last year you made more than $1 million in profit on your designs, which is saying something, given a lot of these products cost like $1 or less. So tell us about some of your projects you want to share.
Yeah, definitely. So I've actually been creating on the Roblox platform for over 10 years now. And in the last 2, I've seen a lot of interest from brands, and I've been able to work with a lot of amazing partners. I designed an original line with Stella McCartney when they first came to the Roblox platform. I worked with Burberry to reimagine their Lola bag for the digital space. We focused on fantasy themes and creating things they couldn't really create in real life, which they found very exciting about the digital space. I also partnered with Karlie Kloss, and I got to meet her in person and tell her about this cool Roblox thing that's happening. And she partnered with 5 different designers to help show them how to bring her learnings from the traditional fashion space into the digital space. And it's cool because you see with a lot of these partners, there's learnings both ways. I get to learn a lot about what they're doing, and they learn a lot about how things work digitally and in the Roblox space.
And this is called Karlie Kloss, what we're seeing right now.
Yes,
creative
this
name.
was the Karlie Kloss exhibit we did together.
Very cool. We mentioned earlier Forever 21, and I want to kind of rewind a little bit back to that, because I think that's a really interesting use case, and it shows how different, the Burberry bags were about $10 on Roblox,
yes,
which is a lot for in the Roblox world, whereas the beanies from Forever 21 were 50 cents. And I understand that they are on track. Okay, let me get the numbers right. They're selling about 2,000 units a day at 50 cents each, and they're on track to sell 1.5 million units by the end of this year. So tell us about these beanies. I understand they were your idea.
Yeah, so the Forever 21 project was a lot of fun to work on. They hired me as their metaverse fashion curator, and I helped curate their line and plan what they would really make in the space. This beanie was interesting because Forever 21 didn't initially want to make it. When I first pitched it, they said they don't like showing being a logo brand. They don't want to push their name, and I said, when you're a brand that comes to the digital space, you want to connect with users. If they play your game, they want to walk away saying, I got this from Forever 21. They want to be able to tell your story. So this beanie, which we compromised, instead of Forever 21, we just put Forever on it. That ended up being their best-selling item and the ones fans liked the most.
Yeah, and I could imagine a world in which maybe they might consider making it physically. We don't know, but you could see how that would make a lot of sense now that the whole community likes it.
Oh, definitely. When you create these items digitally, it's so important to identity and who you are. And if you have an item virtually, you probably will want to have it physically too.
Yeah.
In Roblox, items really help express yourself. I say if you want to look angry, if you want to look sad, if you feel lonely, you're going to dress your avatar differently, and you're going to need items that can help express that. When I came out for Gay as the first time, I did it on Roblox by wearing a different item, a little rainbow flag, and that's how people got to connect with me.
That's crazy. So you basically came out on Roblox before you came out in your quote-unquote real life.
100%. And a lot of people, they play with identity digitally, and they get to try things and see if they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it really opens a lot of doors for people.
That's so powerful. So tell us what's a big misconception or surprise that brands have. You kind of are a whisperer. You translate, you're learning about touching base and following back, and I remember you told me all this corporate speak that you're learning about, but brands are learning from you. So what is a big misconception they have when you usually start meeting with them?
Yeah, definitely. I've learned how to be on all the Zoom calls, which has been a big learning curve. The biggest misconception I see is just the scale of Roblox. Very few people understand how widespread it is in today's generation. About half of kids in the US under 13 play Roblox monthly. If you want to reach the younger generation, half of them every month are on Roblox. That's where the younger generation is.
So like when you go into a meeting, if someone says, all my money is going to my kid's allowance is going to Roblox, that's probably a good sign then for you.
I've been in so many meetings and I've been trying so hard to explain Roblox, and then one person on the team for the brand says, my kid asks me to buy Robux, I fully get it, and that's how I know it's going to be a good project.
Yeah, totally. Well, one thing I've always thought about is like this idea of gamifying education, and we're seeing, I mentioned Gucci, Burberry, they're kind of training this new generation on what their brand means. For a media company, do you think there's an appetite from the Roblox audience for education, for heritage moments? Like, what would your advice be there?
As a legacy brand coming into the news space, it is so important to convey your history, your story, your legacy, but you have to hook players first. If you meet someone and you dump your life story on them, they're not going to be interested. You actually have to be a little bit friends with them first before they're actually interested in hearing about your day and what you might have done 5 years ago. So I definitely think when you enter a new space, do something interesting, do something exciting, hook players. Then only and after then will they actually be interested in hearing who are you and what have you done in the past.
That's great advice. Thank you so much. So speaking of storytelling, I'd love to talk to you a little bit, Dina, about some of your